Today's top stories at NBR. Some upside seen in the government's recent push to encourage EV and low-emission vehicle uptake. Who's financing the $200 million development of a 43-storey hotel-dominated project underway on Auckland's Albert Street? Quantify Photonics is set to use proceeds from its latest $15 million Series B funding round. And there's more coming right up. Kia ora and welcome to NBR Today, a wrap of the day's top business stories from the authority in New Zealand business news since 1970, nbr.co.nz. It's Thursday, July the 8th. I'm Paul Brennan. Thank you for joining us. An Auckland business consultant dubbed the Wizard of Wealth has succeeded in freezing hundreds of thousands of dollars he paid under a defective agreement to a property development associated with serial bankrupt Peter Shevin. Beach Haven's Axel Hendrickson and the business consultancy he alone directs and owns, Millionaire Makers International, were granted freezing and preservation orders this month by the High Court in Auckland. The plaintiff sued Portman Project in late 2020, alleging the single-purpose development company, mostly owned by a trustee company on behalf of high-rise developer Shevin, couldn't legally retain $260,000 it was paid. NZX-listed vehicle franchise operator Colonial Motor Company is seeing some upside in the government's recent push to encourage EV and low-emission vehicle uptake. The company has upgraded its guidance this week, saying in a notice to the market it was expecting its full-year trading profit to rival its record 2018 financial year result of $24.8 million. The company attributes continuing favourable trading conditions bolstered by expectations the vehicle industry would do well, with buyers hoping to get purchases in prior to fees due to come into force in January 2022. CMC Chair Jim Gibbons said the company had already seen a surge of inquiries for new vehicle purchases, especially from commercial buyers. Private lender Merrick's Capital is financing the $200 million development of a 43-storey hotel-dominated project underway on Auckland's Albert Street as it makes a wider attack on taking market share from bank lending. The 3-year build of 51 Albert, which is about to start following the demolition of the interior of the existing building on the site, retains the heritage facade. Once complete, the development will include a 225-room 5-star hotel operated by Intercontinental Hotels Group. The top levels will also include 30 luxury residential apartments, while the ground floor has 2 retail tenancies. Auckland-based tissue regeneration biotech company Aurora Biosurgery is currently developing 2 new products it's hoping to launch in 2023, while investing to accommodate manufacturing that could support $100 million in revenues, triple its current forecast. The 2 dead space platform projects would be placed in between layers of tissue during surgery to prevent infection. One is removed at the end of the surgery and the second is completely absorbed by the body over time. Aurora Chief Executive Brian Ward joined the NBR's Julie Isles.
In the post-COVID environment that we're seeing in the US now, where a lot of hospitals are under financial strain and there's a big backlog of patients, it seems to be really resonating with hospitals and doctors. So, we see some really good prospects for that product.
Aurora Chief Executive Brian Ward with Julie Isles there. A prominent Greek-Australian personality with business interests in New Zealand is at the centre of an almost $200 million Australian dollar fraud allegation by Westpac Group in Australia. This morning at the High Court in Auckland, before Justice Graham Lang, Westpac New Zealand's lawyer, Minter Ellison's Sean Gollan, asked for the continuation of an asset freezing order put in place in Australia and set to expire tomorrow on the activities of Forum Finance, a company headed by Basile Papadimitriou, known as Bill Papas. In Australia, the bank has obtained and will continue to seek both freezing and search orders to preserve available assets and relevant information on the company. In New Zealand, Justice Lang extended the operation of the freezing orders until further order of the court. Quantify Photonics is set to use proceeds from its latest $15 million Series B funding round for a fairly significant expansion of its Auckland manufacturing capabilities into new premises. The light-based testing and measurement solutions provider has just announced the result of the new funding round, led again by Lance Wiggs's Punakaiki Fund with $5 million and including the first direct private equity investment by Simplicity. Punakaiki's Lance Wiggs and Photonics' Andy Stevens joined the NBR's Will Mace.
Everything's going towards fibre. So whether it's between countries, which has been around for years with subsea cables, or inside a data centre, but over time it's going to get inside the server and inside your computer where electrical signals are getting converted to optical signals.
We have a subsidiary located in Austin, Texas, and we're really looking at expanding that, additional sales, marketing, customer support people there to support our customers in North America.
Punakaki's Lance Wiggs and Photonic's Andy Stevens there with Will Mace. The full details of those stories and more are at nbr.co.nz right now. Tomorrow at NBR, Tim Hunter's column this week looks at what's driving eRoad's rising share price, while investors should look out for the Friday share of the week. I'm Paul Brennan. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow around lunchtime for the NBR's morning trending stories. Then same time, same place, right here from 5:30 tomorrow evening and right through the weekend for another edition of NBR This Week.